Hi, I'm Paul Santinello, your host for The Upside. Welcome to this edition. Today we talk about the good things that happen around in Longmeadow and our surrounding community. And today we have a really cool topic. We're going to talk with Julia Weithofer. Julia, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Julia is from East Longmeadow, and I know that could be sacrilegious talking about East Longmeadow soccer in Longmeadow, but Julia has a really neat story that she went from East Longmeadow and is now playing professional soccer in Italy. Mm-hmm. So kind of a neat journey that you've had.
Yeah.
So in doing a little bit of research, you didn't just play soccer at East Longmeadow High School, right? What other sports did you participate in?
I did track, and actually for my senior year, I did basketball.
You did basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't play basketball for 3 years, and then you go play in your senior year? Mm-hmm. Wow, pretty cool.
First time I touched the basketball was at tryouts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other kids must have just hated you because of that, right?
I just ran around, so it's fun.
That's all right. Running around's okay. That's what you do for a living, but that's all right. So you played, now see, I coach soccer, and I don't really know anything about it, but my 8th grade team went undefeated in the in-town league here. So, you know, that's a pretty big achievement for someone like me. But you played soccer at East Longmeadow High School.
Uh-huh.
And were you recruited by other, because I know you went to UMass, and you got your UMass, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But were you recruited by other colleges besides UMass?
Yeah, I was looking at a couple, but in the end I chose UMass for like the location in the school was really good.
Close to home, everything's still D1, right? And you traveled all over the country playing other D1 schools. What was that like?
It was really cool. We got to travel a lot like on the weekends, but sometimes it got hard with class because we had games on like Wednesday and Sunday or Thursday and Sunday. Yeah. So we'd have to leave school on like Wednesdays and be gone until the next week. But I got to travel to like Texas, Florida, and like all over the country.
You still had to do homework and stuff?
Yeah.
They didn't give you athletes
a break?
We had
study hall.
No, see, football probably didn't have to study, but that's
true.
Football. So, okay, so after you play 4 years at UMass, right? And you played for the New England Mutiny.
Yep.
So tell me what I used to watch the Mutiny with my daughters when they played here in Longmeadow for a couple of years and so forth. Tell us about what the Mutiny is and what's the difference between that and playing at UMass.
Mutiny is really cool because they take a bunch of the girls like all over Connecticut and mostly Massachusetts, and all the girls are playing in college, so we're like all trying to train for the fall.
Okay.
But it's still fun. It's more laid back than like college games and stuff because the college season's so quick. But everyone's like training, so we get to play together, and I met a lot of girls from like different universities and stuff.
So you did that in the summer of your college years?
Yeah.
That was how long did you play? How many years seasons did you play for Mutiny?
Mutiny, I played 3.
You did play 3. Now I watched some of the games, and they weren't friendly.
No.
No, very competitive.
They're really competitive games because all the kids are in college playing mostly. Yeah. So they're really competitive.
Not pro, didn't get paid for that or anything, right?
No.
Okay. And I don't want you to blow your cover if you did, so we don't want to NCAA rules or everything. Yeah. So after graduating from UMass, and I know Julia's grandfather, and that's how I know about Julia, but I also read some articles that you were looking to continue playing soccer. And we were just talking, so someone graduates, you know, because most people whose kids play sports, there's always that idea that they're going to go on and on and on and play in college and pro and so forth. And we know that it's a small percentage that actually are able to go to the next level, right? And for different circumstances, either, you know, for whatever reason. But I know in soccer, we have a lot of good players that come through our region, but very few get to that top echelon type of thing. So what were your options when you graduated from UMass? Because you played 4 years there, right? You played for the Mutiny. And what were you looking at doing, and what made you decide to, and we'll talk about your team in Rome and that type of thing.
I was looking to go to grad school, and I took like all my tests to go to grad school, and I was looking to schools and stuff. But then I had citizenship to Italy. Me and my siblings do. Okay. So I like had this idea because I wasn't like 100% sure on grad school yet. Okay. And I wanted to keep playing, so I was like, oh, I have this idea. I can keep playing in Italy because they have the season all year round. They don't play at university. It's like a completely separate thing. Okay. And then my Mutiny coach actually approached me one year, and he was like, if you're ever interested in going, like, I can try to help you out to go. So I like got this idea in my head that I can like keep going. Yeah. So a year before I graduated, I started like initiating to go there. Okay. So the team you're currently playing for, is that the first team you were playing for when you went to Italy? It was. So this is the team that you originally signed with? Yes.
All right. So how many foreigners are on your team?
First it was just me, and then we brought in a girl from Canada halfway through the season.
How many ladies on the team? 18, 15?
Yeah, about 20.
About 20.
20 girls.
And you were the first foreigner on the team.
This year, this season.
Okay. So that's pretty cool in a way, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did you speak Italian before you went there?
Before I went, not much. Like my grandparents do, but I didn't speak a lot. And the coach actually didn't speak any English, so I had to learn quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
There's like 2 girls on the team that were fluent, so they helped me a lot.
Okay.
But I just had to listen a lot.
Listen a lot.
And like try to teach myself.
All right. So you go from UMass, right? So you stood close to home. You played now during the summertime when you were in high school and stuff. You must have played for travel teams and those summer
I played club
soccer and stuff. So you traveled a little bit, but not quite this far, obviously, right? So you go to Rome. Your team's based. What's the name of your team?
Roma.
Roma, right? But there's
a bunch of Romas, but we're the real Roma.
The real Roma, right? Okay. So you go to Rome, you play for Roma. What was it like traveling there and saying, okay, this is where I'm going to live, even though you've never been? Have you ever been to Rome before?
Yeah, I was when I was younger, about 7 years ago.
Okay, so like vacation, that type of thing. Okay. But never been there to say, this is where I'm going to live, and here's where I'm going to go play and work and whatever. So what was that experience like for you?
Before I left, I was a little nervous I would be homesick, because like you said, I went to school in UMass, and that's not very far from home. But when I got there, I was like so busy, and the girls were so nice. Like I was friends right away with them. So I kind of felt like I was at home. I didn't really get homesick at all.
No.
And it was so exciting to be in Rome. So
now were you with someone, or you live on your own at that point?
No, I was in an apartment with my teammates.
You were, okay. So at least there's somebody there that you can talk to if they could speak it and that type of thing. And what do you do? So you start your season. You were just saying that your season starts in September. And how long does the season go for?
Until May, until the end of the championship.
From September to May. How many games do you play?
Over 20.
Over 20.
Usually every Sunday we have a game.
Full time though, right? You're not working there something else. You're playing soccer.
Most of the girls, they work during the day or study, and then we train in the afternoon at night.
Okay, so no big Ronaldo kind of contracts and stuff like that. No.
No, they don't pay that much.
So when we talk about Roma and it's in the Series B league, right? And then there's the Series A league, which is, what's the difference between the two?
Serie A is the first league in Italy, so they're more professional. They pay more, and they have like the bigger players and like all the girls on the national team and stuff. And more of the teams in Serie A are linked with the men's teams. Okay. The Italian men's team. So like the Roma men's team just got their own women's team, and like AC Milan has their own women's team and stuff like that. Okay. And Juventus, they won the championship this year.
So it's kind of like an NBA and the WNBA. There's a sister team that goes along with the two teams. Okay, very similar. So what's the difference in competition? In Europe, soccer is a religion, right? Across the whole continent. I mean, it's big. It's much bigger than it is here in the United States. Its perception's bigger. The stars are bigger and that type of thing. What was it like when you're playing in front of a crowd there versus a crowd here in the United States?
I was really surprised when I went there, and we had our first game, and there were so many people, and there was fans with like huge banners and flags for us, and they had flares, and they were chanting the whole game.
Shooting flares up in the air? Really?
Yeah, with our team colors and stuff, so it was really cool to see. Because at UMass, we didn't have stuff like that.
Yeah, I would have imagined
we'd beg our friends to come to the games and stuff.
I don't think they would allow flare guns on campus at UMass. I doubt that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
But when a pro team plays in the U.S., are the crowds comparable, or are they just more rabid there?
For women's?
For women's, yeah. I
think they have more pride for playing in Italy.
Okay.
But I think in the U.S. the soccer is really growing for women's for sure.
Right, and I know there's a difference. I don't mean like there's 50,000 versus 20,000 because I'm sure in the big games there is a difference, but big games here draw as well. Depending on, but the difference is it happens more regularly there. Yeah. So your games are regularly crazy as opposed to here where you might have once in a while kind of crazy kind of thing.
Like the big rival games.
Do the fans? Do you get recognized on the street as you're walking around that you play for Roma?
Well, Rome's pretty big, but if you wear our gear, then people will be like, "Oh, wow, you play for Rome? That's so cool."
Yeah. And so, where do you travel to when you're going in?
All around Italy.
All around Italy.
So we had like a bunch of games in Sicily and like southern Italy, in Naples, and we were in Pescara a lot, like the East Coast.
And when you get to, do you guys have breaks where you go travel around Europe and try to get out?
Some weekends we had off, so I got a chance to go to, I was in Venice and Barcelona, and I got to go to Budapest, so it was really cool.
That's too bad, huh?
And everywhere's so close, so
Yep.
yeah.
So while you're enjoying a great life, your family's back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do your parents come to watch you play at all?
Yeah, actually, my two sisters came, and my parents came, but I sprained my ankle the day before my mom came, so she didn't get to see me play. And then my dad came the week after that, so he missed me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't see you play, but they got to see you.
Yeah.
That's the important part. Because do they watch it? Is it broadcast on video that they can watch it on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your training regimen? You're a professional soccer player. What do you do all day? What's your training regimen look like?
We usually have to go to the gym, so I like to do.
As a team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go to the gym, and then at training we have like agility and stuff, but they play different there because it's more technical, whereas at university we were like always in the gym and it was more physical and running. But
What do you mean by technical? What's the difference between the two? Explain that to me, because I don't know what
technical, they play like more creatively,
okay.
whereas here we like just run and run and run and like play the ball straight and stuff, but they
Okay.
play like more.
They play more side to side than
Yeah.
they do going on. Okay, that's interesting. Was there adjustment for you to do that?
Yeah,
'Cause
they
you're a
played really
midfielder.
different.
So
I
you're
was
up
playing
in
wing there actually.
You were. You did
On the
okay with that
outside.
one?
Yeah, it was cool. It was different.
So you go from being the midfielder to the goal scorer. You like that?
It was really different, and they wanted me to play so different. So at the beginning, I was like really frustrated, but they helped me at the end.
And when you mean physical, not physical in terms of hitting each other, physical, or is it just physical?
More like muscular built.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So the focus over there is on your technique, not necessarily how strong and fast you are. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really different.
And obviously you're going back. And last year was your first year.
Yes.
Okay. So they want you and you want them. So that's a good thing. And then what's the big adjustment now that you've been there for a year? What do you think that you need to do something different or go to that? Is there another level that you want to go to?
I would like to play in the first league.
Yeah.
And we actually won our group this year because there's 4 groups in Serie B based on region.
Okay.
And we were in group 4, which is like the most southern for Rome. And we got to the final, and we had to play a team in Serie A that was getting moved down. So in the final, we actually lost in double overtime. So if we won, we would have moved up.
Okay.
So that was.
So to move up, either your team wins and you move up, or you move up.
Yep.
And how hard is that?
It's pretty difficult for me because I'm not like so Italian. Like they know I'm American. I have Italian citizenship, but I'm not like true Italian.
Right.
So like there's language barriers and stuff that I have with coaches, and like they don't really know me there because the coaches like know mostly all the players.
Okay,
if you're good, then like people know you.
Yeah, so like around here, if you play the travel teams, they get to know you from various towns because they're coaching all around.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
that's
it's not
like kinda hard for
discriminatory,
me.
but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think they prefer the Italians over.
I would imagine so, right? It's
Yeah.
their home team, their home crowds. I mean, but the fact that there's 2 foreigners on a major Italian team is pretty impressive,
Yeah.
too, right? I mean, so at least the door's open to a degree. And
Yeah.
So how long do you want to play soccer?
As long as I can, I think.
As long as you can.
Yeah, I really enjoy it, and I
Okay.
met so many people, so many new people and
So you
stuff
did
like
grad
that.
school soccer,
Yeah.
but you're having fun.
Yeah.
You're making tons of money.
No.
I'm teasing you.
Yeah.
If you were, you wouldn't be interviewing here. You'd be someplace else. But okay, so but it's obviously you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was in your career in soccer, from the time you were a little kid to now? What was the funniest thing that ever happened to you on the field?
On the field?
On the field.
The funniest thing? Not really sure I had really funny things happen to me.
No, you were too serious of a
Yeah.
competitor, huh? What was your best game that you've ever had?
My best game I ever
Yeah,
had.
you got to
Well,
know that.
At UMass, it was my teammate's birthday from Iceland, and like her one wish was that we beat this team, LaSalle, in our conference,
Yep.
in the A10 conference, and we never beat them, and it was her senior year, her birthday, And I was like, today we're going to beat them. Like, for your birthday, we're going to beat them. And then we were tied, and there was 40 seconds left in overtime. So if you score, you win.
Yeah.
And then we got a free kick, and I went to go take it, and I was like so nervous. And then it ended up going in, and we won the game. And I was like, it's for your birthday. But that was like my best
All
memory.
right, so you scored an OT goal, yeah, and won the game for your friend from Iceland.
Yeah.
UMass is a sizable program. I mean, is it amongst the best in the country?
I think so. It was a really good school for me.
Yeah, I mean, your
in my
competition
opinion.
was significant, right? You didn't play, I mean, you played some pretty big schools besides
Yeah.
A10 opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, you played major colleges. So if it was like a football schedule, they're not playing on the same level, so to speak, as what you were doing, because they're in that lower, they
Yeah.
are now, they're getting there in terms of football,
Yeah,
but you played major colleges like Texas, University of Texas,
A&M.
Texas A&M.
We played like Harvard, Brown,
Okay.
big schools.
So that was your best moment on the field, right? Okay, and you have your makeup of the team at UMass. Were there any other any other players from athletes from Western Massachusetts, or were you the only one?
I had some teammates my freshman year. We had one girl from my high school,
Okay.
and then she didn't end up staying all 4 years. Then a girl a year younger than me was from our high school, but she didn't end up finishing. So there wasn't any people from Western Mass, really.
Right, so that's pretty rare that there's someone from Western Mass on UMass, which
Yeah.
you wouldn't think about, but it is because of the size
Even
of the school.
Massachusetts in general, we didn't have a lot of girls.
Really? Okay. How many? And you had someone from Iceland. Other
Iceland,
international-
Sweden, Australia,
Really?
England.
So
We had a
that made
bunch.
life a little fun for you there too, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What did you study when you were in college?
Kinesiology.
Okay. So at least it's related to what you're doing, and
Yeah.
you know how the body's working and reacting and whatever. Okay. So you want to play as long as you can. It's in your blood.
Yeah.
Anybody else in your family playing soccer besides you?
Now, no.
No.
Not anymore. They
And
used to.
your
My sisters
grandfather
and
was a
brother.
big soccer
Yeah.
player, right? All over Europe and stuff like that. So obviously it flowed down.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's probably your biggest, most rabid fan
Oh,
in the
yeah,
world.
for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So does he get to watch your games on the computer or anything like
No,
that?
they don't stream them video, but they like tweet, I guess.
Oh, really?
They do have like live updates.
Okay, so he gets to follow you that way
Yeah.
and see it that way. Okay. So when you're done with soccer, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay in the sport and coach and that type of thing?
Yeah, I could see myself doing that. But I think I want to go back to grad school first.
Okay. So out of 20 games in Italy per year, roughly, are half of them at home like you have a schedule
Yep.
here in college? Okay, so half are at home. When the stadium you play in, how does that compare to the other stadiums you played in here? Is it like a small venue or is it a big stadium?
No, we play at like, we played at a venue that's shared with other teams. So we have like we're actually the only women's team there.
Oh, really?
And there's
Okay.
a ton of men's teams. So there's like game after game after game on Sundays. And we share the field with them when we train too.
Okay.
So they can't keep the field grass because it's in the city. And it's hard to maintain with all those teams. So
Yeah.
most of the fields we play on are turf,
Yeah.
which is different than here because like UMass was grass and like most of the fields we played on in college were grass too,
Natural. Okay.
which I kind of miss.
Yeah.
But it's cool to have like all teams around. And
It's funny because at smaller colleges, they play on more turf than they do on natural gas
Yeah.
for maintenance purposes, or natural grasses, I guess.
Yeah.
But for maintenance purposes, okay. So when you go out there I mean, is women's soccer, because it's grown, the difference between men and women's soccer, I think at the high school level, there's not quite a big difference in the sense of the number of kids participating and fans and stuff like that. Because my two daughters played from an early age, and they did the in-town thing, and my oldest one played high school. But so there was always seemed to be an equal number of girls and boys playing soccer, so to speak, and then they split off into other sports as
Yeah.
you get older. Is it the same in Italy, where you see a very like similar number of women? There's not as many women teams as men teams, I would imagine. But in the lower levels, do you see that with the young kids? Are there as many young women playing soccer?
No.
No.
Not at all.
So still a male-dominated sport in
Yeah.
the country?
When the girls are younger, they have to play against men's teams until like
Really?
high school. Yeah.
Okay, so like when you started out in town, boys and girls were,
Yeah,
Like
we
you-
always played girls.
yeah. But then as you got older, it was girls against girls. But when you were young, it was like kindergarten, and all you guys were running around
Yeah,
with boys
like
and girls.
Roma
and everything.
has the soccer school, which is like they train the girls basically in like elementary school and going
Okay.
into high school. and those girls were in a tournament. Actually, I saw, and they had to play all boys. They're only women's team there.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you do in your off hours when you're not training and working out at the field? And how long does soccer take during the day for you besides the gym?
A couple hours in the evening, and then I was actually coaching a little kids team, 8-year-old boys.
Yep.
So I was with them for most of the day before training.
Okay.
So that was fun.
But your season's in September, and is this when they're out of school or?
No, it's after school.
After school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So their day's filled up, but it's just eating up some of your time.
Yeah.
And then you get to go travel if you want to. I mean, like through the city and whatever during your downtime. You go out to eat a lot?
Yeah, because when we get out of the training, we don't really want to cook. It's already late, so.
So you go to McDonald's or the Italian version? No, everything's always at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, good food.
Yeah, or they
Okay.
cook, which is really
So
cool.
what's young girl in Italy, and what's the fun over there? What do you like to do when you're not playing soccer?
Travel,
Yeah.
because there's so many places to go, and it's like so easy to get everywhere.
Is it easy for you to go travel around and do you go with your teammates and stuff like
Yeah.
that, always in a group and that type of thing? So where do you and by travel, I mean, are you traveling through Italy or around, you said you went to Budapest and yeah.
Yeah, my roommate lived in Calabria, which is like southern Italy.
Yep.
So I visited her one weekend, which was really cool.
Oh, nice. Okay. And when your opponents, you're in the southern part of Italy, your team
Yeah.
from Rome south. So Peschiera's on the eastern side of Italy on the shores, and team buses, right? That's how you're getting there and that type of thing. And when you go, do you have extended road trips, or are you playing like a game and then coming back? Or?
Yeah, we come back in the same day
In the same
because
day.
we have to play on Sunday, and
Yeah.
everyone works on Monday or has school Monday morning.
So all
So
the
we try
games
to
are on
come
Sunday.
back.
So just like the NFL here,
Yeah.
right? All the games are on Sunday. People
Yeah.
are relaxed.
Like Serie A plays Saturday and we play Sunday.
Okay, so they separated so they're not
Yeah.
overlapping. Interesting. Okay, and so you go away for the game, and I'm sure you come right back, kind of thing. Okay, so you don't get to sightsee off of that.
No,
type
not
of
too
thing.
much.
But you get to. Have you gone back to some of those cities and say, "Hey, that looks pretty cool. I want to go back there"?
No, not so much the cities we play in. Well, I went back to Naples because we didn't get to see that much.
Yeah.
And like, I want to go back to Sicily. But I got to see like the Amalfi Coast and like Cinque Terre.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Those
Yeah.
are things.
Those are things we can just like do on the weekends.
Yeah, you've
'cause
hit the
they're so
travel
close.
guides. Very good. So you have citizenship in Italy, you and your siblings, right? Where part of the country is your family from?
Actually near me, I went to go visit them too.
Oh, really?
They're near Naples in
So you
Avellino.
still have family there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. So you went to go visit?
My cousins, yeah, and my great aunt.
Did you know them before you went
Yeah.
there? Oh, that's even better, huh?
Yeah, we visited them 7 years ago, and then they came here too, so I knew them.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That makes it really fun. Then,
Yeah.
huh? So did they come watch you play?
Yeah, they actually did for, I think, 2 games. They came to see me.
Okay. And so you're going back soon. How
Next
soon?
week.
Next week. And you start your training camp, so to speak.
Yep.
And then season starts in September. So you got about a month of working out and
Just training, yeah.
and stuff. Do you have when you said the game's more technical, is everything that they're teaching you right on the field, or do you have like those, I call them blackboard sessions or whiteboard sessions?
Yeah, we
where
do.
You do. You go into into a room and you're
If we need to break something down, we watch film.
excuse me.
Or in the locker room, they have like a whiteboard that he tries to explain it to us.
Do you
And we
get
always
it?
talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. Like they're always like, Julie, do you get it? Do you need to translate? But after time, like I caught on.
Yep.
So like at the end, I was like translating to the girl from Canada.
So you go there a year ago, you hit your first training camp, and first couple days, I'm sure it's all nervous energy and that type of thing, right? So you settle down, you're in there for about a week. How did you feel after that? Did you feel like I don't belong here, or I can get this?
I was frustrated at the beginning because they were asking me to play so different in the language, and the coach was new too, so the girls didn't know him.
Okay.
So I was frustrated, but I like wanted to stick with it because it was what I wanted to do.
But did you feel like, this stuff is just way over my head, or did you feel like you were competitive with those girls on the field?
No, I was with them.
You were with them?
Yeah.
Just a different style? Okay. And that's hard to explain, right? What the difference between the styles. I mean, you can say physical, where and I understand what you mean by running up and down. There's a lot of that. You see that in high school and the college play, where kick it down, the fastest people go get it.
Yeah, we play more direct here.
Yeah.
It's just how they teach it.
And which one do you enjoy more playing?
I think playing there is more fun, for sure.
More fun?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you playing wing exclusively, or do you get to play midfielder still?
I played midfield too.
You do? Is it just based on the coach's strategy for the game?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, and that's a different adjustment for you, right?
Yeah.
Midfielder's one thing. You're a striker,
yeah, for sure.
right? Is that the right term?
I never played before.
The striker? Is that the? All right, see, I got that down. All right. It wasn't my sport, trust me. My only year I played soccer is because my brother's team needed more players. I'm 3 years younger than him, so you can tell. Really, the only time they said go in for that guy, he needs a 30-second rest, and that was it.
Okay.
I never touched the ball, so when I ask you the terms, I coached soccer like I knew hockey. So so it was offense and defense. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So, but your positions, all positions in soccer are tough because you're constantly moving, constantly running and stuff. I mean, physically, you've got to be able to do that no matter where you're playing. So you're good there.
Yeah.
It's really just understanding their style, and now you got another year under your belt, so you get to go in there at a little bit more confidence and knowing what you're doing. You have the same coach?
No.
No, you have a new coach.
They changed him again because we lost a championship.
Oh, really? Wow, that's the difference between soccer in Europe than soccer here.
You don't get it done. Then.
You guys came this close to going to the next level, and you didn't get it done, and it was his first year, and they fired.
Yep.
That's pretty fun. Not funny for me or him, but I'm just, that is the difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
even in pro levels here, they don't do that, right? I mean, but it's serious stuff over there. Is there a difference? Like, you would play in the same stadium if you were in Series A?
Yeah, for the most part.
So
They're
really, it's being in that league is what they wanted, and he didn't get it done.
And some of the players on our team, most of them, they played there too, so that you can like switch back and forth.
Between the two teams? Really?
Well, like 1 year they'll play there, and then they'll come back to
down.
B. Yeah.
So, and you're at Series B, and there's a Series A women's team as well. And obviously, that's the Premier League that you want to get into.
Yep.
And you either go play for that team. And we talked about that. You said, well, it's probably a cultural thing more than it is just physical skills and that type of thing. Or your whole team gets moved up. So you could actually have two teams from Rome in the same league?
Yep. They're not affiliated, so.
They're not affiliated. Have you played against them, like exhibition games or anything like that?
Actually, we did last year because it's called Coppa Italia, which is like the Italian Cup, and like the A teams to play the B teams.
Okay.
And like goes on all year, basically. But we played the A team. But I didn't have international clearance yet, so I didn't get to play.
International, what's that mean, you didn't have international clearance?
I basically have to sign a paper that says I don't have any commitments here, like I'm not signed to a team here.
Oh, okay, and you weren't cleared to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd your team do?
We tied the first game against them because you play home and then away.
Yeah.
So the away game we tied, actually we played really well, but then we lost the home game, so we
Okay.
ended up losing, yeah.
All right, so you're cleared now. So when it happens this year, you get to play in the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So you got a whole season in front of you. You've got 20 games. You're going to move back to Italy, live the lifestyle of the rich and famous, and be totally happy over there, right? And what's the worst thing about playing over there?
The worst thing?
About playing there and not being here?
My family.
Yeah,
I miss them a lot.
Yeah.
And like I only got to come home for Christmas, so.
So you miss Thanksgiving and all the good food and all that stuff, right?
my favorite holiday.
The Thanksgiving football games, everything. Yeah, my favorite holiday too.
Both my sisters and my brother graduated this year, so I missed that too.
Oh, wow.
Which I was really bummed.
Were they happy as long as you sent the gift or something? They were okay with it all? I'm teasing. So, but that is the hardest thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that they're here,
because my family's so big here, and they were always at my games and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's not like a
hard
weekend
not
flight
having
to go watch you play against Texas or something like that, right? Because I know your parents used to go out to your games, right? So it's not quite the same. It's a little bit longer flight and a little bit more expensive probably. All right, so that's the worst thing. That's about playing over there. Otherwise, you're having a ball.
Yeah,
literally.
For sure. It's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
I
having
appreciate it. I know you thought it wasn't on TV and all that stuff. I had to clear it through her agent. It just was a terrible thing. But thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I think it's great that you grew up in the next town and you went from playing youth soccer to high school soccer to playing at UMass, which is, again, kind of a rarity for Western Mass players to go there.
Yeah.
And now you're playing in Europe in a professional level. I think that's a pretty great accomplishment. I really do. I think congratulations, because
Thank you.
that's not an easy, and to go away and play is really not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a couple hurdles to overcome, and
Yeah.
you seem to have done it. So that's congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
I would
Okay.
just for sure tell people if they have the chance to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, you're not regretting anything other than missing some of the family
Yeah.
events. I mean, graduation party. It's
But
just,
they'll always be there. So.
yeah, I mean, they're still family. You'll see them
Yeah.
again. They're gonna torque you off at some point, so you won't miss them that much. But when your sisters take your clothes or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
I came home, they were all gone.
Yep. See, there you go. I know that. I got them. Thank you again for coming on. I appreciate
you.
it, folks. Thank you for watching The Upside. We'll see you on the next show. Have a great day.